really the thing to do. It was just to have the newest Jordans, or mainly for me, or Adidas and stuff like that. And
what inspired me to actually start going into sneakers was my sister. But she really inspired me to start wearing sneakers, not because of the brand, but more of the style. And she would teach me, different aspects of fashion.
When did you first get into sneakers?
I got into sneakers about when I was 8. When I was at my cousin's house.
When I first got into sneakers, when I was like 7 years old, all the older guys had sneakers, so like all the Jordans from the ones all the way down to the 23s. So like I wanted to just get all of them. Because I was a little spoiled, so my mom would get me the sneakers. So that's how I got into sneakers.
Like I said before, I got into sneakers in 10th grade. I started with a couple of different Nikes, not like the generic Nikes, the basketball Nikes, then Foams, then Jordans, and that was it. And after that, I started rocking up on sneakers.
I like Jordans too.
it's Adidas.
Air Max.
Adidas.
Nike, Jordan.
What's the most money you've spent on a pair of sneakers? And how much would you spend?
Most of the money I spent was about $600. That's the most money I would spend on a pair of sneakers.
And how much have you spent?
The most I spent on a pair of sneakers was about $300. And the most I would spend now, maybe $250.
So your friend got jumped. Can you tell me what happened?
We were outside of the mall, and these guys were like, "Oh, you didn't get the pair of shoes you wanted? I got a pair. We got an extra pair for anybody that wanted them." He was like, "All right, sweet." So he was gonna give him like $10 extra just for to be nice. And we took him out to his car, and we went with him, and he took him to the front of the car, and he took his money, pushed him, and then I was just in shock, and I just kind of started beating him up.
Chaos broke out outside a Florida shopping mall when a crowd waiting for the release of new Nike shoes got out of control.
Check this out here. A crowd of shoppers rushing through the entrance at Eastland Mall in East Columbus this morning, knocking the doors right off their hinges.
I understand you ran into a guy who hid in a trash can, then paid double the price for these shoes. What's the big deal?
So what do you think it is about sneakers that makes people pay so much for them?
To honestly tell you the truth, I don't know, but Nike is definitely making a lot of money off of us. That's what I can tell you.
I think what makes people pay so much for sneakers is more like, since sneakers and fashion go together, it's like sometimes from personal experience for me, and I'm sure for Sonny, it's like you'll have a bomb outfit where it's like you got the shirt, the jacket, the pants, belt, everything planned out, and you just need that sneaker that just tops it all off. Or it could be opposite, where you find the sneaker and so you got the sneaker was something you really wanted, you got the sneaker and you need an outfit to go with it. So the sneaker really starts it all off, to me.
Yeah, and sometimes, people just buy sneakers just to buy them, but for me, it's more if I actually have the outfit and I see so many ideas in my head which I could wear with these sneakers with more outfits. So I'll actually buy the sneaker not based on the price, but based on
what it can do for you.
What it can do.
How many variations you can put together with it.
Yeah.
What do you think about the violence that occurs because of sneakers?
I think everybody's stupid for doing the violence. Why you fighting over sneakers? Back in the days, there was no fighting over sneakers. They had the sneaker that came out. You got it at 2:00 in the afternoon. There was no line and there was no long wait, and they distributed enough. Now they're not distributing. They're releasing limited edition sneakers where they come out 20 pair per store or something like that, and you got people fighting over them for what?
It's unnecessary. I would never do that for a pair of sneakers. Like, every time release dates come out, I've never waited on a line for a pair of release dates. Anytime I'll just get it online.
Jordans, if you haven't noticed, Jordans come out. They re-come out every 2 or 3 years. So what is the point of killing somebody for a pair of Jordans that's going to come out 2 years later? That really doesn't register in my mind. But a lot of people don't think that way. So the violence is still going to continue because, like I said, it's business. And they're limited edition and people feed into peer pressure. So I don't like it, but it's unfortunate, but it's still going to happen.
I would just say style.
Fashion.
All right.